Hey friends, welcome back to the channel and welcome to an exciting video, or at least I think it is. We are going to be looking at some incredible new shoes that I have added to my collection, and some of you eagle eyes out there already spotted them in the styling video that I did a couple of weeks ago. And when I answered your comments, I said just stay tuned because all information will be coming. And then after we talk about the shoes, I will have an unboxing for you of a new handbag. So anyway, let's get into the sponsor of this video, Cozy Island. So I've styled some looks that you've seen before with shoes from Cozy Island. They're a global footwear brand that believes that style should never come at the expense of comfort, right? Their whole philosophy is comfort without compromise, meaning every pair is designed to look timeless and feel amazing all day long, which they absolutely do. What really sets them apart is their signature pain-free technology, seamless fabrics, breathable materials, and a tech-enhanced midsole that actually helps reduce foot fatigue. Plus, they're doing it responsibly, using eco-friendly materials like recycled plastic bags. So with Cozy Island, every step truly feels effortless, but even better, stylish. And what's even better about ordering from Cozy Island right now is that we are coming up on Black Friday. And you know what that means? That means a sale. And Cozy Island very, very rarely does sales. So they are having an incredible upcoming sale. So here is the deal that they're going to run for Black Friday, which is incredible. $40 off $199, $60 off $299, $80 off $399, plus free shipping worldwide. Now, these shoes I think are incredibly reasonable to begin with. So to be able to get a discount on them is even better. The other thing that's happening because it's Black Friday is that you will get a special gift with your purchase, and this is a silk eye mask. And I have to tell you, I have already been using this actually, and I will tell you why I like this better than some of the other sleep masks that I own. So it's this beautiful kind of peachy pink color, and as you can see, it's all silk. What I like about it is it has these two straps that goes around your ears. The other two eye masks that I've had previously have a band that goes like all around the head, and I find that it slips a lot. In other words, in order to have it tight enough so that it doesn't slip off of my eyes or slip off my head, then it's suffocating my head and I get a headache. Or if I wear it where it's comfortable, halfway through the night, it's kind of slipped as I moved and, tossed from side to side or whatever. And now it's like not on my head. It's very annoying. So I really, really like this. It's got these adjusters here, obviously, that you can make it tighter around your ear or looser around your ear. But I actually just used it last night, and I have to say it definitely helped because it gets quite bright in our room in the morning, especially now that the time has changed. And yeah, so I just love it. I think it's great. Now, these are obviously limited supply, so the sooner you order, the more likely you are to get that as a free gift. But let's get into the shoes that I chose. And I will tell you, this was perfectly timed for me because, as you guys know, I lost quite a bit of weight over the last year, well, mostly in like 2024. And when we were moving to this place, I used that opportunity to go through a lot of things. I had already really gone through my clothes, but I hadn't really gone through my shoes. And I can tell you, I don't really understand the phenomenon, but your feet get smaller too. I don't know if like you have fat in your feet. I don't know. Anyway, whatever the case is, there were many, many pairs, especially heels and like slingbacks. I mean, things that, you need to fit on your foot and you can't wear a sock with it, right? That just didn't work. And so I donated a ton of shoes. So I had no regular high-heeled shoes anymore. So nothing I could wear. If I had a dressier event, I wanted to wear a pump or something, I had nothing in my wardrobe. So I knew I needed to replace those. And so when Cozy Island reached out to me, I was like, well, this is perfect because I was going to have to go out and replace those shoes. And I can do that with these fantastically comfortable, eco-friendly shoes. And bonus that I also know that my fabulous friend Deb also has worn Cozy Island shoes, and she just raves about them. So I had it on pretty good authority that I would really like the shoes. So let's get into what I got. So first we're going to talk about the BelleVoyage Minimalist Pointed Toe Heeled Long Boot. And they look like this. And I got them in like the mid heel height. And so they're, again, made with their eco-friendly material. They have, I'll show you when we get to the pumps because you can really see it better there. But their footbeds are so cushioned, it's crazy. Like, you literally feel like you're walking on a cloud. What I love about these, and you'll also see them in the sock booties that I have, they're really, really stretchy. And I'm going to actually shift over a little bit here so I can pop up some pictures. So I'll show you some pictures of me trying on all the pairs of shoes very close up, you know, so you can see like just the shoes. But then I will also pop up some of the outfits that I wore a couple weeks ago where I was styling all of these shoes with the outfits. And, you know, the one thing I think that a lot of people worry about, especially with a boot like this that has no zippers, right, is, oh my gosh, how am I going to get that on my foot and how am I going to get it off? Well, let me tell you, they are so easy. And you're seeing here in the video how easy it was for me to slip this boot off and then put it back on. One of the things I find, especially with the longer one, that makes it even easier is if you just like turn down the top, like kind of in half, like that. And then, you know, there's less to pull off. That's at least how I do it. Although I don't even think I did that in the video. I think I just, you know, kind of worked it off. You just get your foot out of it and then it whoop, pops right out. So super comfortable. I love these. You know, I don't have any dressier, really black boots. You know, I've got some more casual, but again, if I want something, especially in the winter, that's more dressy and I want to wear them with tights and things, I needed a pair of black, you know, more dressier boots. And I think because they're pointed toe, they fit the bill, right? They have, you know, an anti-slip sole on them, which is great, especially again, if we're talking about in the winter where you might be out in inclement weather. So that is the first pair that I got. The next pair are the CloudMile Minimalist Pointed Toe Sock Ankle Boots. So these are, you know, the same material as the other ones and obviously just as stretchy, super easy to get on and off. That is what the toe looks like and the side profile and the heel. Now I did get these in the higher heel. So this is the 7.5 millimeter. Some of the other ones you'll see, and those other boots were in the 5.5 centimeter. And I got a pair of pumps, one in the higher and one in the lower. But I did not own a pair of chocolate brown boots. And you guys know I've been wearing a lot of chocolate brown lately. I don't want to give a percentage of my wardrobe, but a lot of it, I love chocolate brown, especially in the fall and winter. So I needed something that, you know, these are perfect to wear with jeans. You will see me, you know, I styled them with one of my quince dresses that looks fantastic with it. And yeah, they're so flexible. And again, we've got the, you know, the non-skid sole on the bottom and just really, really comfortable and stylish at the same time. All right, we're going to save the fun pair for last. But next, let's talk about, you know, what every woman I pretty much think needs in her closet. And that is a black pointed toe pump, right? I mean, you cannot go wrong with a black pump. As I mentioned, I got this in the 5.5 centimeter heel. Now, what I love about these, and the same will apply for the other pumps that I'm going to show you, is they come in two heel heights. So you can get the 5.5 centimeter or the 7.5 centimeter, and they come in wide width. Like, you can get these pumps in a million different colors, a million different combinations of heel heights and widths and things like that. So they will fit everybody. But here's my chance to show you this super cushy, I mean, just look at that footbed, and it goes all the way from toe to heel. So it's not like they skimp and, you know, only do it in certain parts of the footbed. They are here. It is the entire footbed. I styled them here with a couple of the little black dresses that I showed in that styling video. I think they look fantastic with that. I wore them actually the other day with a little mini wool skirt. It was a charcoal gray, looked amazing with that. They even, I think, look good if you want to throw some tights on with them and wear them with a dress in the winter. They look fantastic with jeans. So I think a black pump, honestly, is one of the most versatile pair of shoes that you can have in your closet, because I personally wear a lot of denim, but if I want to dress up a pair of denim, something like this is just what you need. And finally, we have this absolutely gorgeous crystal encrusted pump. So this is in the higher heel height. So this is the 7.5 millimeter. And let me tell you the exact name. It is the EternalPace Diamond Pointed Toe Heeled Pumps. Again, it comes in two heel heights. It also comes in wide widths. And also it comes in silver and a black crystal. And then special for Black Friday and for the holidays, they have added ones that have a monogram version. I really want those, so that may be added to cart very quickly because they are so cool. And they come in the gold and the silver. But I just thought that this was such a beautiful shoe. And again, I would absolutely wear this with a pair of jeans. You're seeing me styling it here, I think, with the quince dress, which really elevates that dress. And I could absolutely wear that to a holiday party or something. But again, I mean, I think just a little pop, especially if you've got like a wide leg trouser and you just have kind of the, this part of the toe peeking out from under. It's just that little bit that gives a little je ne sais quoi, a little, like I said, elevation to your look. I just think they're fantastic. To me, these would also be an everyday shoe, but I realize that some people would reserve them for, special occasions and parties. These two have that incredible cushy, cloud-like feel in the footbed. Again, the non-slip sole, which is amazing, especially on a heel. So excited to have these. You'll probably see the monogram ones in an upcoming styling video when I order those. So don't forget, starting November 10th through December 3rd will be their Black Friday sale. So again, just as a reminder, $40 off $199, $60 off $299, and $80 off $399, plus free shipping site-wide. Thanks, Cozy Island, for sponsoring this part of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing those and some of those outfits again. And let's get into the unboxing. All right, so it came in this giant box. I will tell you how I got it, why I got it, and all that after we unbox it. So hang on here. Let me put this on the ground. I did get this from Neiman Marcus. And this, by the way, is a brand that I have never, ever owned something from. So it is, I don't know how we classify this brand. It's a contemporary brand. I guess that's what we call it. So this is, if you can tell by the packaging, I don't know if you can. Let me take a plastic off and then maybe you can see better. So if you can see here from the paper, it is from Michael Kors. And yes, I have never owned a Michael Kors bag before. In fact, I haven't even stepped foot into a Michael Kors store since, oh my gosh, it's been since we lived in Kansas City. And even then, probably 5 or 6 years before we moved. So it's been probably a good 8-9 years since I've stepped foot into a Michael Kors store. There used to be one, or there is one, I should say, on the plaza in Kansas City. So let's take that out to reveal. Oh my gosh, you guys, she's so good. This black mohair bag. Oh my gosh, she is amazing. I'm so excited. I know, you guys, that I'm going to be selling some bags, but I got a really good deal on it. And let me tell you the story while I take this stuff off of the handles. The handles are leather. I was on Fifth Avenue several weeks ago, and there's a big, huge Michael Kors store on Fifth Avenue. And I walked past the window, and I just saw texture. I saw fringe, and I saw fuzzy. And I sort of took note of it, and I was like, oh, those look kind of cool. And you guys know I'm all about texture and things, but I didn't go in. I think I was on my way to Aritzia for probably the 27th time or something. Anyway, and so I didn't do anything about it. And then I was there like a week later down on Fifth Avenue, again, walking, I think, to Aritzia or Sephora, one of the two. And I walked past the store, and then I was like, no, you know what? I want to go look at those bags. And so I made a U-turn and came back around and went into the store, and I kind of started looking around, and I saw, I think, some of the fringe bags, and I didn't really love the styles on those, but I didn't see any of the shearling or the mohair ones. And so a guy came up and asked if I needed help, and I said, yeah. I said, I swear I remember seeing some like fuzzy, fluffy bags in the window. And he's like, oh yes. He's like, they're back here. So he took me back there, and they have this in a gorgeous vest. They have it in a jacket. So they had two different styles. They had this style, which is called the Hamilton Moderne. So I think it's modern because it's East-West. Whereas I think, maybe, again, I'm not familiar with Michael Kors styles, but I think the Hamilton otherwise is maybe not an East-West bag. But they also had it in kind of a hobo, which I really, really liked, but it was just too big looking. Like, he brought me the actual bag in leather, was actually a beautiful, like suede textured bag. It was gorgeous. And it was technically the same size as the one I tried on, but the one with the shearling was just, it was just too big on my frame. So anyway, all right, so here she is. She does have, like I said, leather handles. And then we've got the Michael Kors kind of gunmetal lock there. I guess there's some things there too. There's more like of that padding here, but let's get into the bag. So take that off. It does have a zipper top, which is nice. Okay, so here we go. So there is a slit pocket, as you can see in the back here, and that's got, I'm assuming, a care card or something. So you've got that pocket in the back. You do have another slit pocket on this side as well. So you've got a little bit of organization, but otherwise, you know, it's a big opening. But oh my gosh, you guys, is this just not me in a bag? I mean, come on. I absolutely love it. So this bag in the Michael Kors store is, well, anywhere else, is $399, if I remember correctly. Let me double check. What's it say on here? I'm sorry, $358. $358. And if you're, here's the code if you're looking there for it. And you know, I thought about it, and I was actually ready to buy it. But I thought, you know, I'm going to see if I can get it anywhere. I was hoping actually I could get it at Nordstrom because I had some notes and I thought, well, I could use that. And I was going to be buying some stuff at Nordstrom anyway during this gift card event that they were having. You know, I like to maximize my points and things. But they don't carry Michael Kors. And, or if they do, they didn't carry this bag. I don't remember. But I couldn't get it from Nordstrom. Well, anyway, then Neiman's was running a 25% off, I think, one item or something. And their Michael Kors bags were included, and they had this bag. So I saved 25% on it. So, you know, I think it was like $270 something or whatever. So I was very happy that I was able to get a little bit of a discount on her, but give her a little spin here. You know, obviously no feet. She's furry on the bottom too. Oh, I will do some mod shots for you, obviously, but I just love her. You guys, this is like the sister to my Fendi baguette mohair. That's in cream. This is in white. So if I want a white one, I'll carry my Fendi. If I want a black look, I can carry my Michael Kors. But it's got a really great strap drop. In fact, I had my leather Sandro coat on when I was there, and that is oversized. So you know, it has a pretty decent armhole, is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not like this cardigan, which is, you know, very close to my armpit. I mean, it was down here. So there was plenty of room to put your coat on or whatever. Yeah, I just thought for less than $300, I just thought it's amazing. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. Like I said, I'll be popping some mod shots up here, but I think it's fantastic. If you can't tell by the smile on my face. So anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys. Remember the Black Friday sale that Cozy Island is doing right now when you see this video. Thank you to Cozy Island again for sponsoring the first part of this video. Let me know your thoughts about the shoes. I know a lot of you were very interested in them when I showed them, and I felt so bad that I couldn't really give you information, but I was waiting to do this video in order to give you the Black Friday deal stuff. So hopefully now that will help and you guys can go order away and save some money. So thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of the shoes and my new bag in the comments below. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, I'd love to see you back. So click the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you will know every time I upload a video. If you want to keep on watching, there'll be another one in the corner over here. And wherever you are, I hope you are having an amazing day or evening. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.